Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention
We good?
to the court for today's starting lineups.
We ready?
First for the Crusaders.
Oh, we're live, guys.
Well, sorry to come to you a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties getting on here this afternoon, so we will not be able to chat with LaToya Jones. But the Chowan ladies come in at 0-3, North Greenville at 1-1. Robert, it's our Conference Carolina's opener here this afternoon. This should be a fun one to watch. Chowan ladies are getting a little better every week, a little better game by game. They played a really tough competition. This is a North Greenville team that has not played in 10 days. They've also played a couple of Division I games. They've come in here 1-1 against Division II competition. They got a brand new coach in Kevin Long. They're coming off back-to-back 8-21 seasons. I expect you'll see a lot of energy in this game today, even though there's not many people in the building.
Yeah, I think both teams have played a really tough schedule so far, especially Chowan. They're 0-3 right now, but they played some tough competition. They're getting a lot of time under their belt, and I'm looking for them to make a splash in Conference Carolinas.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. This is one of 7 games going on today, one of 6 games going on in the league today. Let's give you the starting lineups here this afternoon. First for North Greenville, they'll start Haley Luttrell, a 5'9" sophomore from Delaware, Tennessee, at one guard spot. She averages 6.5 a game. Her backcourt mate will be Savannah Hughes, a 5'4" junior from Greenville, South Carolina, 13.5 a game, leads the team in steals and assists as well. Along the front line, Bree Stoddard, a 5'10" junior from Sumter, South Carolina, 2 points a game. Peace Oki, a 6' junior from Nigeria, a transfer from Tennessee Tech. She comes in averaging 3 points a game, but she's the lead rebounder of this team in 7 rebounds per game. And Karen Donahue, the returning leading scorer from a year ago, she averages 12 points a game, tied with the assist lead, leads the team in blocks, and she is averaging 12 points a game coming in here. She's a young lady who can light it up. She had 40 points in a game a year ago, Robert. Her season high is 21. Kevin Long's in his first year here at North Greenville as the head coach. He has a lot of experience. I'll get to it as we get through the broadcast. A change in the Chowan lineup today. The freshman Demetra Bland, from Williamston, North Carolina, will start in the backcourt alongside Mariah Coker. Coker, the 5'4" senior from Portsmouth, Virginia, the leading scorer on his team, starts at the point guard spot. Along the front line, Jakira Bagby, Tialana Green, and Monique Jones get the start for Coach LaToya Jones, and the Hawks will move it left to right as get the possession to start this game. And at the top of the key is going to be Tialana Green. Green got a little bit of a different hairdo that didn't hard to recognize. Here's Coca trying to move her way to the left side of the floor. Now spots it up to Bland on the left. Bland back to Monique Jones, who cuts in the lane. Near side to Tialana Green. She forces up the three-pointer, won't go. Followed up and in by Monique Jones.
I like Bland in the lineup early, Gaddis. I really do like that. Even though she's a freshman, she's been playing really well.
And so the Hawks will take the lead here. They're 2-0 on the Monique Jones jumper. Works near side in the corner with the start on the way to start us an air ball, but followed up and in on the nice offensive board by Haley Luttrell. Well, it's a nice job. Both teams getting their points the same way on the offensive glass and offensive board. Knotted it too. Both teams scoring in the first possession. Bland's with it, got on the left wing. She'll kind of go baseline, goes by Luttrell, running one hand is good.
Wow, sweet touch there.
You know, I was telling LaToya Jones and Robert as we see North Greenville go back the other way. Sometimes it takes freshmen a while to kind of learn their way. Looks like Bland's off to a great start in this her freshman season. Here's a bucket down inside as O'Kee back down Tialana Green and scored up over and drew the foul from Tialana Green.
As you mentioned, the young lady from Nigeria here to shoot +1.
Transfer from Tennessee Tech. She looks very talented and mobile down inside. Misses the free throw here, and Mariah Coker can't save it. Throws it back inside to Donahue, who will push off, says the official. They get Donahue for the push off. So Donahue going inside gets the push off. I tell you, somebody did a pretty good job of selling that for the Hawks.
Well, Monique Jones ends up on the ground a lot. This time, call went her way.
Yep. So the offensive foul gives Chowan a chance to come back and break this 4-0 tie. Here's Coker from the free throw line. Won't go, rebounded by Bagby, but she can't handle it. Working out back the other way, but it's going to be Savannah Hughes. Hughes leaps at far court to Donahue. Got to watch out for Donahue. She's an excellent shooter. Here's O'Kee in the corner to Hughes. She'll spot up for the three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Donahue, and she bounced it off her foot and out of bounds. Another good break for the Hawks here. on a dreary, rainy day. You know, Robert, I
Yeah.
got here a little bit earlier than normal today. I was here about 10 to 1, I guess you could say.
Okay.
There was no rain. I go down, set up equipment, go back down. It's raining pretty good. So I guess the rain has arrived here in northeastern North Carolina. Bland with it, working out on the left wing. Works off a pick from Jones, but nice job to slide and cut her off by Luttrell. Now Coker cuts in the lane, running one-handers off the back of the iron, no good. O'Kee high for the rebound off as she came right down the lane and grabbed it. Yeah, O'Kee is 6-foot junior. Averages 7 rebounds a game. She leads his team in rebound, one of the best in the league. Here's Hughes inside on Coker. Hughes with the left-handed layup will score.
One thing I noticed, Gaddis, was not too many numbers jump off on the paper that we have here, but rebounds, both teams look like pretty good rebounding basketball teams.
And you know the thing about it, Robert, Chowan rebounds at a 37.3 clip, while North Greenville does at a 34.5. And the Hawks, who average 15.3 turnovers per game, turn it over here. But the thing about it, Robert, the stats from the Chowan's Garner-Webb game are not included.
Right.
While the Furman and I believe it was Western Carolina's other team. No, Winthrop maybe be the other team that North Greenville played. Their stats are not included either.
Okay. That'll have a little bit of effect on them, huh?
Yeah, so Monique Jones gets the foul on the defensive end. She'll step out to line up with Olivia Gaither in for the first time. Also, Amari Hinton in, replacing Tialana Green. So the Hawks make some changes here. 6-4 lead for Crusaders. As we hit near the 7-minute mark of this first quarter. How about it? Shot from his side. How that got to bank and went in from Haley Luttrell, do not know, but she shot it from the corner. And it somehow hit the glass and went in for 3. Bagby working down low, and she'll draw the foul here on Bree Stoddard.
Gaddis, you nailed it on the head. Furman and Winthrop. Two expedition games.
I've looked at so much stuff this week. Truly, that was a guess. I knew I'd seen Winthrop had played one of these teams I'd looked at this week somewhere down the line. I knew where it came from. MacU had played them.
MacU?
Yeah,
okay.
They made them. Hawks can't make the shot. Back the other way works the Crusaders. Cutting in the lane and backing her way in. It's going to be Stoddard, and she lays it up and in. Tell you what, North Greenville hasn't played in 10 days, but they show no ill effects from being rusty coming out here.
And that's a good sign for the coaching staff from North Greenville. That's really credited to the coaches.
Yeah, shooting it really well here early. 11-4, Crusader lead. Olivia Gaither trying to hand it away to Hinton and stolen away. Back the other way behind the defense is going to be Stoddard and hustling back to meet her. Bland with a steal. That's a terrific play by the freshman. Here's Gaither. Whips it over to Coker. Threw it right in the hands of Savannah Hughes, and Coker's going to foul her.
That's 2 in a row that Gaither's given up to the Crusaders.
Yeah, and that's the first foul on Coker and the 3rd team foul. See the North Greenville men's team come walking in, and Chowan has asked for the timeout. And I believe this is going to be the 32nd variety. Other games going on in the league today. Landers at Limestone, Southern Westland at Mount Olive. We'll see that Mount Olive team in here on Tuesday night. Leeds McRae's at Catawba. Erskine's at Barton. USC Aikens at Converse. So Erskine, Barton, Southern Wesleyan, Mount Olive, Chowan, North Greenville, all conference games going into today. We see only one team left on the women's side that's undefeated this season. That's Limestone at 3-0. 3 teams looking for the first win, including our Lady Hawks. Also Erskine and Southern Wesleyan looking their first wins of the season as well as we work in the early part of this season. So, Robert, it's always fun when you get into conference play, especially when you haven't seen some of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is our first year in the Conference Carolinas basketball-wise, and women's basketball, we didn't see a lot of these teams last year. I mean, we may have seen 1 or 2 from Conference Carolinas, but pretty much everyone we're seeing this year is new on the ladies' side of things.
You know, I look back, and this is the 7th time that North Greenville and Chowan have played in women's basketball. North Greenville leads the series 6-0. They've never lost to Chowan, but the last game came 10 years ago.
Wow.
So it's been a while. The men played a couple years ago.
It's a long trip. I would assume that the last time we played when they were both part of the NCCAA.
That is correct. That's what it was, yeah. Of course, years ago, both of us were junior college schools, and we played each other. But not now. Here's the ball knocked away, stolen by Shakira Bagby. Ball was tipped that time by Amari Hinton. Here's Bland trying to go inside and trying to cut her off and drawing the foul. for North Greenville is Demaya Montgomery. And for Montgomery, her first, that's the team third. As Hawks will inbounds, baseline left. Gaither gets it into Coker. She'll step back for the wide open three, and it looks good from here, and it is. You could see it from here, and it was online. It was just a matter of whether it was long enough or not. So Coker, who's leads his team in three-point shooting, just hit her 7th three of the year in 20 attempts. Cuts the deficit down to 4 from the Hawks. Hughes with it out on the right, gets it back out front to Latrell. She'll try to penetrate, knocked away again, and Chowan's going to mishandle it, trying to, because there was nobody but white shirts around the rolling basketball.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds you of a punt, and it's rolling close to the goal line, and a couple of guys are waiting for it to roll and roll, and all of a sudden they kind of bump into each other and it rolls in the end zone. It's kind of what that was like.
Yeah, just a mental mistake there.
But just a basketball version of it. So it still remains Crusader basketball. Hughes trying to inbounds baseline right. They'll get it out beyond the arc, and Ayano Shelton in the lineup for the first time for North Greenville. She's from Mine Area, 5'10" senior. Shot clock back to wind down, but Bland going to pick the pocket.
Nice.
Montgomery take it back the other way and lay it in. 4 points already for Demetria Bland.
And that's why she deserves to be in the starting lineup.
Yep.
Just plays like that.
Turns out to be a pretty good timeout by Latoya Jones a few moments ago. Her team was kind of reeling. They've reeled off 5 straight points coming out of that timeout. Sloop down to Oki in the inside. They get it out to Montgomery. She misses the three. Ja'Carri Bagby saves the rebound. Coca's got it coming on the run on the left side. She'll back it back out and reset the offense because the transition defense for the Crusaders was pretty good in beating Chowan back down the floor. Bagby is going to go inside to Montgomery. Bodies all over everywhere, and they'll say Montgomery lost it out of bounds.
Got to be something there.
Yeah, I think Montgomery kind of caught the worst end of it.
Yeah.
But she's up and on her feet, so no call. And Latoya Jones is questioning the official on the near side. How can that not be a no foul call? But nonetheless, it really wasn't his call. It happened right in front of the other guy.
Yeah.
Here's another steal by Coker. Off
Bland.
to Bland, running the four, layup's good. That's a nice job to get out and hustle and run the floor. And Chowan's come back with 7 straight points, and it'll get Kevin Long in the timeout category, and he'll call one here.
I like the backcourt of these Hawks, Gaddis.
Yeah, I like it with the Bland playing with the veteran Coker. You know, I hate we didn't get a chance to play our interview at the break prior to the game with Latoya Jones. Maybe we can play it here at halftime. But she was talking about Monique Jones. She was talking about Demetria Bland. She said she really feels like the future is bright for this program with some of the young people she's brought in this season.
Yeah, and you kind of got a good mix of veteran and just some new talent coming in for the Hawks. I really appreciate this season. I think we can probably do some things this year. This year we don't have to wait.
We'll see Chowan again on Tuesday night. Both teams here at the Helm Center on Bob Burke Court. So they're entertained Mine Olive. Talking about two schools with a rich history in basketball. Chowan and Mine Olive go all the way back to the JUCO days. Here's Hughes kicking it out front to Montgomery. Cheryl Arch up to 3, no good. Backdoor rebounds up and then missed it. And that was Futrell and missed it. A correction, that was Sarah Klein, who's just in the lineup, who missed it. Hawks with a chance to take the lead, and Emery Hinton is going to be fouled right at the elbow of the high post. And Klein's going to pick up the personal. So that becomes the 5th team foul now with the visitors from down to Tigerville, South Carolina.
I mean, right next to Clemson.
Right.
Just a stone's throw away.
Monique Jones' free throw is good. Chowan's in the double bonus, and Chowan's got a lead now with 12-11. 8 straight points for the Hawks.
It's a pretty long bus ride, too, Gaddis.
As Jones can't convert on the second. And Crusaders come out of there with it. Hughes quickly come in front court. Kicks it near side to Klein. Klein trying to go inside and throw it away. That's 5 turnovers already now for the Crusaders in this first quarter. We're at the 3:33 mark. Chowan leads 12-11. Coker just left the lane, 10 feet good.
Nice stroke there.
Coker seems to be playing with a lot more confidence Robert, than we saw a year ago. She was terrific her sophomore year, but I think she'll tell you her season last year was a little bit below the standard she set for herself. Here's Hughes trying to maneuver on Gaither. Goes around her, goes inside, and there's Destiny Robinson to block it away for the Hawks.
And just mentioning Coker, her inside game, kind of that 12 to 16 foot range is just solid. She just has really good touch. Or mid-game, I guess you would call it.
So Anaya Patterson will replace Bland in the lineup. 14-11 Chowan. Coming down the lane, forcing it up, drawing the foul is going to be Ayano Shelton. Chowan personal is going to be on Anaya Patterson, who's just entered the game. So here is Shelton at the line, where she's 2 for 2 on the year. Young lady played her high school basketball here in the state of North Carolina, up at Mine Airy High School, which is just northwest of Winston-Salem. Shelton missed the first free throw, and she makes the second. Got the shooter's roll. So it's a 14-12 lead, and the streak that Chowan had of 10 straight points is broken by the Shelton free throw. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jones at the high post gets it to Patterson on the left wing inside to Robinson. Robinson maneuvers, trying to give it to Jones, coming down the lane and threw it away. Chowan's third turnover. Montgomery back the other way, kicks it back out to Hughes. Spot up three on the way as an air ball out of the hands of Shelton. She had a good look, but just didn't get her feet set good. And you could see it when she let it go, Robert. It didn't have enough steam to get there.
Yeah, that one didn't really have a shot.
Journey Muhammad enters the lineup, the 5'3" sophomore from Charlotte for the Crusaders. Also Donahue back in the lineup. Hawks come in front court, chance to extend that 2-point lead. Coker out between the rings in the corner to Gaither. Gaither thought about the three, but she was coached quickly by Natalie Averett. And now she'll fire it and miss it badly. Rebound on the far side for Klein. There on the side, Donahue's got it. They'll kick it back out front to Muhammad. With the basketball on the far side, it's going to be Sarah Klein, and they get it in the corner again. Now down inside to Donahue. She backs in on Gaither, turns around and scores. That's a veteran play by Karen Donahue. You add your 12 points a game. We're tied at 14.
Yeah,
pretty good first quarter here.
Yeah, been interesting so far. North Greenville's got a lot of seniors.
Yes, they do. Here's Coker with it out front. She'll try to maneuver. Now kicks it over to Robinson in the high post to Patterson. The freshman goes baseline. The runner's a little strong. Monique Jones with the offensive board. Lost the handle of it. Went to Gaither. Gaither couldn't hold it. And now Jones is going to run it to the back of Donahue, who picked up the ball, and that's 2 fouls now on Monique Jones.
And that was more of a frustration foul, I believe. Kind of unnecessary.
Boy, Coach Kevin Long really working his bench here. He's a young guy in the coaching business, but he's had been to a lot of good places. Comes here where he was a 3-year assistant of College of Charleston. Before that, he was at Charleston Southern, East Tennessee State, and also Kennesaw State. Turnover by the Crusaders again. Here's Coker for three. A little strong. Rebound up inside by O'Kee. And she'll kick it off to Muhammad, and they're going to get Coker for the foul. Get her for the blocking foul. And that gets LaToya Jones, and that's Mariah Coker's second foul. Robert, we saw the other night when Coker goes out of the lineup, this is a different Chowan team.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there. A different Hawks team. When Coker's out of lineup, she just brings some experience, and not only experience, but just pure talent. I mean, she is a good basketball player.
And now in to replace her is going to be Bland, and free throw is missed by Muhammad, that's her first free throw attempt of the year. Like we mentioned earlier, the Crusaders are 1-1 coming in here.
Them and Belmont Abbey just look identical.
Yep. Free throw by Muhammad is good, and back in the lead here is Crusaders at 15-14 with 66 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tialana Green going inside, lost the handle of it, and it went out of bounds. Green was taking one more dribble, and she dribbled it out of bounds. Hawks with a little turnover problem as well. Muhammad, far side, and she'll kick it over. Kathleen Rogers who's in the lineup. Here's O'Kee down to the low block, trying to get it to Donahue coming down the lane. Ball's poked loose. Donahue will chase it down out beyond the arc. Over in the corner, Rogers spots over the three, and she knocks it in. Kathleen Rogers, who was 1 for 3 beyond the arc, coming in. Young lady from in Charlotte. Prepped at Autry Cale High School. It's an 18-14 lead. Here's Patterson trying to answer back the other way. Her three will not go. Chased down in the corner by Rogers. Rogers off to Muhammad. Muhammad trying to get it to the breaking O'Kee, and it's blocked away by Bland. O'Kee's got it along the baseline. Her 15-footer is no good, and we have a collision underneath between Destiny Robinson and Montgomery. And they're going to call it on Destiny Robinson. So Montgomery's at the line shooting 2. And into the lineup for the first time tonight for the Hawks, I says Barrett. Free throw by Montgomery is no good. She's a transfer from Life University. Young lady hails from Hartswell, Georgia.
North Greenville's kind of got an advantage being in that little triangle. They can get some from Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina.
O'Kee followed up on the missed free throw and lays it up and in.
Got to heave one up here. Here's Bland.
With 3 seconds to go, and she nails it. That'll end the first quarter. 20-17 Crusaders lead. And a good one here for Chowan. Back for more and the second quarter after this short timeout. You're watching and listening to GoCUHawks.com.
Fresh on campus, fresh out East Atlanta with no mountains down. Fresh out East Atlanta, up on board like a traffic jam. Man, I was quick to pay that girl like Uncle Sam. He go, hey, take it on me, hey, shout it craving on me, get the beating on me. She waited on me, then shout it caking on me, got the bacon on me. This is history and I'm making on me. Point blank, close range, that feed. If it goes a million, that's me. I was getting moolah, baby. Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, nah, nah. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah, nah, nah. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Take me back, 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 back. Take me back, back, back.
Started in the second quarter. Gaddis Sanchez, Robert Burns here this afternoon. So we bring you another afternoon of Chowan basketball. Robert and I, well, I'll be here. Robert's headed home on Tuesday as the three-pointer from over the corner from Mohammed is no good, and it's out of bounds off O'Kee, and it'll be Chowan basketball back the other way. Hawks in that first period shooting 7 of 15 on 46.7%, while North Greenville was 8 of 16 for 50%. So good shooting, fairly good shooting for both teams here early. And here's Chowan missing back the other way as Barrett couldn't knock it down. Over in the corner, long jumper from Donahue is good. Told you Donahue could shoot it.
Yeah.
And she nails it from far down the right. And I think they put the scoring on the wrong side of the scoreboard, didn't they? Yeah, they got it right. Yeah. 23-17 just underway in the second quarter here from the Barrow, Murfreesboro, as North Carolina and Northeastern North Carolina, home of Chowan University. Gaither can't convert on the three. Chased down by Kathleen Rogers. Rogers gets it front court to Muhammad. Back to Donahue again. This time she can't hit the three from well out on the right. And Olivia Gaither goes all the way in the corner to grab the rebound. It's Green, Barrett, Robinson, Gaither, and Bland currently on the floor. Gaither's got it. Goes inside to Robinson. Robinson had a big game against Georgia College a couple weeks ago, but struggled here on Tuesday night. Let's see if they can get her going here in this second half. Tie up will give the ball back to Chowan, and Chowan's going to go back to the bench. Amari Hinton will get in the lineup. And also in the lineup for the first time, Breland Young, a 6'2 freshman out of Glen Burnie, Maryland. Making her first appearance on the home floor. We didn't see her back on Tuesday night, or Wednesday night it was. Here's Barrett trying to go to the rack. Layups off the glass and good.
Yeah, nice kiss off the glass there.
So Barrett has got her first bucket here in front of the home folks. And she pulls Chowan within 4 at 23-19. Montgomery trying to maneuver against pressure on the far side from Barrett. Over in the corner, three-pointer on its way from Rogers. This one will not go down. It's knocked out of bounds by O'Kee, and we'll head back the other way with Chowan with the possession. And here's Kebra Hopkins, a 6-foot freshman out of Portsmouth, getting in the ball game.
Belmont Abbey doesn't mind shooting behind the perimeter. They've shown that already early.
So here's Bland, the freshman, working at front court. Gets it to Barrett along the baseline. Her run is blocked away by Donahue, recovered by Rogers. And Barrett takes it right back. 9 turnovers now for North Greenville. Barrett with a jumper and he missed. I think she forced it a little bit too quickly. Just kind of a freshman mistake for the Baltimore, Maryland native. Montgomery steps inside the arc out on the left. Fires it up. Missed on the far side. Down for the rebound is going to be Barrett. Barrett's been really active since she's come in the game a few moments ago. 7:33 to go in the first half. Chowan down 23-19, looking their first win. Bland for 3 and is good.
Nice.
3-point basket, Vivi Bland.
Bland can shoot it, Gaddis.
Yes, she can. Pulls the Hawks within 1.
I like Barnett's rebounding ability as well.
Bland now with 12 points.
There's Barnett again.
Yep. As Steele coming here for, it is Barnett. I'm sorry, I was reading Barrett. It's Barnett trying to go baseline. Jumper's no good. Matter of fact, she got a little bit too far underneath and hit the side of the basket. Recovered out front by Donahue. Hawks within 1, 23-22. Muhammad still working at the point guard spot, and she carries it. It becomes the 11th turnover in this first half. Here come wholesale substitutions off the bench for Coach Kevin Long. Haley Luttrell back in the lineup. Also Savannah Hughes returning, and Bree Stoddard back in the lineup.
Kira Bagby in for the Hawks.
So Montgomery, Klein, and Muhammad will take a seat. We're back to the starting lineup now for the Crusaders.
Bagby's wide open.
Here's Hinton over in the corner. Jumper out of the hands of Hopkins and is good.
I mean, that'll
Kebra Hopkins. Hopkins, her first points as a Hawk on the Bob Burke court. Back the other way. Bree Stoddard answers with a 3 of her own. 3 players with 5 points now for North Greenville. Showing down 1. Here's a jumper by Breland Young, and it's no good, but recovered by Young well out behind the arc. But Chowan gets a fresh 20 seconds to try to do something with it. Here's Hinton at the high post working against O'Kee. Off to Bagby. Bagby trying to go inside on Stoddard. The jumper's blocked away and recovered underneath by O'Kee. Hughes pushing the basketball back the other way. Stoddard spotted up again for a jumper. This one rims out. Jakira Bagby and O'Kee battle for the rebound, and O'Kee is the last one to get a hand on the round ball, and so Chowan has a basketball back with 5:42 to go in the first half.
Stoddard from Thomas Sumter Academy. Semi-familiar with them. They play in the private school league, but Sumter's not bad for basketball in South Carolina.
Here's Bland, who's had a hot hand today, and she makes it again just inside the arc. So Demetria Bland with 14. We saw her career high here on Wednesday night with 10 against Francis Marion. She has pushed the Hawks back in front. We were talking about, Robert, when Mariah went out. The Hawks had to step it up. Boy, has Bland stepped in that role.
Yeah.
Here's a jumper from out on the left from Luttrell, and it's good. Haley Luttrell's got 8.
I mean, go ahead, Gaddis. I'm sorry.
But I like the idea. She can run the point. Coca can run the point. And they can very well play the 2-guard spot as well. Bland misses a running one-hander here, and O'Kee's going to chase it down for the rebound. North Greenville trying to add to this 2-point lead as we get in the final 5 minutes of the half. And here's a travel call against Hughes, and that should get us to the media timeout, I believe. No, we got to keep going. It will be a media timeout, so we'll take one. 4:42 to go in first half, and a good one thus far. Chowan trails here at home to 2 to North Greenville, 29-27.
Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here where we at. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you right here next to me, everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, ain't gonna lie, 'cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe.
Hogs on a 40.7% shooting from the field thus far, 11 of 27. North Greenville 11 of 24, 45.8. Bland trying to give Chowan the tie. Can't make it from the free throw line. Recovered by Donahue. Donahue comes near side to Stoddard. Stoddard will pull it up back to Donahue, far side to Latrell. Hughes will launch up a three on the right and is good. Man, that's a good three-point shooting team from North Greenville.
Yeah, they're not scared to shoot it, and they sink it a lot.
That is a 6-3 in this first half. And it's come from several different people, and here's a foul out front. Foul's going to be whistled on Chelsea Martin, who's coming to line up, the 5'11 freshman on the pick. And Chowan will get Breland Young out of the ball game and reinsert Amari Hinton.
I think we've seen everybody off the Chowan bench now.
Yes. Here's Tialana Green along the baseline. Gets it back out front to Kibra Hopkins. Hopkins over to Bland. Now Bagley's got it deep left corner. She loses the basketball, but Bland recovers and takes it to the rack and scores. 16 points for D.D. Bland. And here's a pass that's knocked to one underneath on Amari Hinton. And do we have another media timeout? It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Been kind of trying to keep up with the first round of the NCAA Division II football playoffs that got away today. Bowie State at the half leads Carson Newman 9-7. Of course, Bowie State, our only representative by the CIAA. And they got I tell you, Robert, I was looking at that bracket earlier this week, the South bracket. It features Valdosta State, who's a defending champion.
Yep.
Features West Florida, who was in the national championship game in 2017. You got Lenore Ryan, who played in the national championship a few years ago when Mike Houston, who's the head coach at East Carolina now, was the head coach there. This is a loaded bracket, but Bowie State's got to work their way through and throw in, I believe it's Wingate, who's 10-1. Here's a ball going in the backcourt. Donahue has to go back and get it after the inbounds is underneath their own bucket for North Greenville, who leads it here 32-29 as we have 3:37 showing on the first half clock. We get a 3-second violation called against the Crusaders.
Talking about the second round, UNC Pembroke, a really good football team that's not even in it anymore, are they?
Their program has kind of fallen off here the last few years.
Really?
Yeah, and I think, their head coach, Pete Shinnick, left and went to West Florida. And he's quickly turned him into really a really solid football program.
Definitely sending our best representatives in Bowie State, undefeated on the year.
Chowan with the ball knocked out of bounds. They'll retain possession underneath their own bucket. The ball nearly stolen here by Latrell, who's trying to sell it to the official that Hopkins got a hand on it instead of her. Chowan will inbounds right in front of the North Greenville bench, which is on the East End here, if you're familiar with the layout at the Helm Center, which opened in 1982. Here's a steal by North Greenville. Winning the steal is going to be Chelsea Martin. Chowan with the turnover. Spot up three from Stoddard is good. Boy, Stoddard can really find the range beyond the arc.
Yeah, that was from deep there.
That's 8 threes now in the first half here for North Greenville, and they lead it 35-29. So we're inside of 3 minutes to go in the half. Hitting to the rack. Her layup's a little short. Tipped out. Tialana Green's got it. She'll back in, fired up. It's an air ball, and Donahue will come away with it on the far side. She'll move it up the floor to Latrell over in the corner to Stoddard. Stoddard trying to go baseline, and she pushed off on Bagby. You could clearly see that from here. That was a good call.
Yeah, nice little elbow thrown there.
So Stoddard with a foul, her second, and that's the team's second. Chowan's going to put some new personnel in the lineup as Patterson will return, as will Olivia Gaither. As they join Bagby and Robertson and Hinton. Hawks need a bucket here, down 6. With Coker off the floor, Bland off the floor, where does the scoring come from Chowan and with this group that's on the floor?
I don't think there's any starters in for the Hawks right now.
Nope. Bagby started today.
Okay,
She's the only one.
You're right.
Here's a foul on North Greenville's Haley Latrell. And that's going to be a first and a team third. Muhammad will get in the lineup replacing Savannah Hughes here for Coach Kevin Long. Coach Latoya Jones told me she's known Kevin for quite some time. She said, we hadn't seen a whole lot on them because, they played just 2 official Division II games. And she said, but I can tell you this, they'll be a well-coached basketball team. And runner misses by Hinton. Recovered by O'Kee. Far side, it goes to Donahue. Back out front to Muhammad. Near side, Montgomery's back in the lineup. Ball's knocked away by Gaither. Picked out the air by Robinson for the turnover. 13 now for North Greenville in the first half alone. 1:56 to go in the first half. Bagby had a notion, didn't take it, back out to Patterson. And Patterson's pass is picked off. Montgomery will take it in for the left-handed layup on the steal. Some lazy passing on the perimeter cost Chowan as they see a turnover turn into a layup. 37-29. This matches the largest lead that North Greenville's had in the half. Here's Patterson from 15 feet when Chowan needed one. It rims out. O'Kee had it. It's going to be tied up, and then they're going to get it for the travel because she lost her balance and fell. Here's Demetra Bland back in. Also Barnett back in. As Bagby and Patterson will take a breather. Bland, who's had a hot hand in the first half, gets the shot off and gets bumped by Muhammad. So Journey Muhammad will pick up foul number 1 and the 15th foul for North Greenville in this second quarter.
Bland has really impressed me this year.
Make it 17 on the afternoon for Bland.
She's going to be really good. If you give her 4 years, she's going to be really good.
Latoya Jones said that she saw her in camp back during her sophomore year. And her junior year, she's a little bit better. Said, but from her jump from her junior year, her senior year was tremendous. And she comes from a very good program at Riverside. 37-31.
Small school in Riverside, too.
Yeah. Here's a Chowan foul on Barnett. It's a non-shooting foul, and that's just the first team foul for the Hawks here in the second quarter. 37-31. Chowan trails here at home. Here's Montgomery, splits the double team and got bumped.
She took a hard one.
Yeah, she did. Chowan, what foul is whistled on Destiny Robinson, her second. One minute exactly left to go in the first half.
Pretty quick first half.
Yeah. In front of a very sparse crowd here at Chowan today. A lot of cars here. Here's O'Kee to the rack, trying to go on Hinton, and Hinton drew the foul. They're going to give O'Kee a 2-shot opportunity. That's an experienced player taking advantage of a freshman.
Yeah.
You could see the move from the top of at the high post from McKee as she took it right to the rack. So McKee's at the line. She is 0 for 1 today from the stripe. Arches it up and didn't fall in. Hit the back of the iron and kind of bounced off the right side. She'll have a second one coming. Clock is paused with 56.1 seconds to go in the first half. She missed both. See if the Jackets, so used to Rowan Rapids Yellow Jackets this week as well. Hawks come out the other way with it. See if they can take advantage of the missed opportunity. Here's Robinson, right of the lane, will not go. Barrett's got the rebound, getting inside. I like what I see from Barnett. Yeah. Playing out front. It's the two freshmen work with the basketball. Chowan got 3 freshmen on the floor right now, and a sophomore and junior. Far corner goes to Gaither for 3. A little strong. Rebound comes off to Muhammad with 22 seconds to go. And Kevin Long tells her, let's hold for the last shot.
Keep it up with about 4 seconds left. That way you can get a rebound and a tip in.
Muhammad works off a pick from McKee. Back out front to Donahue. She'll fake up Robinson. Pulls up from 15 feet. It's an air ball. Bland's got it with 4 seconds to go. Let's see if Dee can get a shot off. She'll let it go from about 35 feet, and it's no good. Chowan led by as many as 8. They trail by as many as 8 in the first half. They go to the locker room down 6, 37-31. Back for more and give you the highlights from this first half, the scoring, and let you hear a little bit from Tyler Bember, who joined us on the show here in Murfreesboro this week on our Coach's Corner. You certainly want to hear what he had to say if he was president for a day here at Chowan, what changes he would make. 37-31, Hawks trail here at the break. We're back for more after a short time. I'm going to go see you Hawks.com.
As the credits all roll down and crying, you know we're playing to a full house. No heroes, villains, one to blame. While wilted roses fill the stage, and the thrill is gone. Our debut was a masterpiece, but in the end, for you and me on this show, it can't go on. We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, and wave out to the crowd and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 Darling, you know that we are sold out. Kisses fading, but the band plays on now. We're crying. So let the velvet roll down. No heroes, villains, one to blame. While wilted roses fill the stage, and the thrill is gone. Our debut was a masterpiece. Our lines we read so perfectly, but the show, it can't go on.
Back here at the helm center with Chowan ladies trail here at the break, 37-31. We've just been handed the official stats from the first half. We talked about the good shooting from North Greenville. They were 14 of 28 for 50% in that first half, including 7 of 15 behind the arc, and that is the difference right now in this game. Chowan shooting 12 of 37 for 32.4%. 3-point percentage, 4 of 11 for 36.4%. On the glass, Chowan rebounded in this first half, 25-17 in the turnover department. North Greenville turned it over 16 times. Chowan turned it over 10. Points off those turnovers, Chowan was able to convert some of those turnovers into 14 points. But when you think about this first half, it's the three-point shooting that really is the difference in this basketball game. Leading the way for Chowan is going to be Demetra Bland with 18 first-half points, 5 for Mariah Coker before she went to the bench with 2 early fouls, 3 for Kebra Hopkins, 2 each for Barnett and Monique Jones, and 1 for Amari Hinton. Green, Gaither, Bagby, Patterson, Robinson, and Young all played but did not score for the Hawks. And for North Greenville, they got a real good balanced attack led by Luttrell and Bree Stoddard with 8 each. 5 for Donahue, 4 for O'Kee, 3 for Kathleen Rogers, 1 each for Muhammad and Shelton, and a 3. Yeah, I got the 3 from Kathleen Rogers. Averitt, Klein, Martin played in the first half for Coach Kevin Long and did not score. Well, we have a show here in Murfreesboro that we host each and every Thursday night on 98.3. It's called Our Coach's Corner. It's all about Chowan athletics. And every week we try to have a player profile. This week it's with former Chowan football player, now assistant coach here at Chowan this season, Tyler Brimbury. Had a chance to catch up with him on the show on Thursday night. Here's an interview with Tyler Brimbury. For joining us here today. It's good to have you on our player profile. You're our third one on the new show this year. Thanks for hustling out of class real quick and jumping over here to join us.
Thank you for having me.
You come from a small town in Virginia, not too far from Murfreesboro, Disputana, Virginia. What led you and what made you decide to come to Chowan?
Well, other than them offering me football scholarship to come play here, just the small classroom environment, it being close to home, me and my loved ones and my family can come watch me play. And I found it as a place where I could grow as a player and as a man in life. It just had exceptional opportunities for me to continue my career path, be a business school major, and just excel at anything I decided to do.
How were you prepared coming out of high school when you got to Chowan? Do you feel like you prepared well once you got here?
Well, once I got here, I decided that summer to come up here early just to work out with the strength and conditioning coach and get acquainted with the college lifestyle and college workouts. So my whole goal was, I had an older brother who played Division II football as well, so the goal was to always be a freshman traveler, do whatever I had to do to make the bus. So my mindset was already clear before I even decided to play football at the next level, that if my older brother can do it, then I can do it as well. So it was just that mentality that I had.
How did you become a better player here at Chowan from year to year?
You become a better player here simply because by the other players they bring in the competition. At one point, the whole offensive linemen that we had here at Chowan were named all-conference. And just working with them every day, being here throughout several summers. I've been here every summer since I attended Chowan. It just helped me become better and better, always getting stronger in the weight room. It's just working on my craft, the little things, small details.
You probably played in as many wins as a Division II player as anyone. Very successful years while you were here. Is there a favorite game moment that you look back on that jumps out at you?
My very first season here, we beat Delaware State. First time beating Division I opponent, and I have to say it was probably one of the best memories simply because of how involved the campus was, how excited everybody was for when we returned back from that trip. It was truly a different atmosphere, and it's non-relatable. Nothing else come close to that win that we had over them.
You finished your playing days back in 2018-2019 season. This year, you were assistant coach on this team. How different was it for you going from a player to a coach?
It was hard because, all the guys give you a little criticism because now you play a different role and you're on the other side of things. But it also teaches you got to view things differently. As a player, you can have a one-track mind, but as a coach, it's more dimensionals to it. You have to be very in tune and very orientated on what matters the most and what can we fix here and tweak there. So it was truly a different experience being a coach, but I enjoyed it because you still get to work with the players, and as long as they put the effort in and they still show the love for the game, then the feelings unmatched.
As a defensive lineman, you guys are a pretty close group. You work together. Did you critique each other a lot during the season?
Yeah, if I could offer anything to them boys on D block, that's what we call ourselves. I could anything I could help. Mostly the nose guards and the three techs, battling in the inside because that's what I mostly played in my career. Just helping them on the certain finesse moves you do, a little dip and rip or a club rip. So even a spin move every once in a while. It's just knowing your opponent. So anything, if I watched the film I picked up, I would tell them like set them up in a move. That way, in coming to third quarter, he might be a little bit tired. Then you can bust out your spin move, and it can go for a big play.
How about as far as working against the offensive linemen here, your teammates on the other side of the ball, did you do any of that as well?
You're right. So I got to do a couple drills for us and walk us through and a couple teaching points. So I got to work with our offensive linemen, mostly our demo guys, because the starters was down there working with the offense. So I got a bunch of the guys who are developing, who are redshirts, who are going to play this year, and just helping them work with our defensive line and getting them better. The offensive line down there, we're going to have some kids who are going to truly be fun to watch. Yeah.
Chowan, as you know, has made a coaching change. Mark Hall, the longtime offensive coordinator here, is now the head coach, coming from a different guy, defensive guy. Your thoughts on Coach Hall taking over here at the helm at Chowan?
I've always been very fond of Coach Hall, and we've always been going back and forth since I've been a player here. And honestly, I'm excited to see him take over at the helm of head coach. I believe that he's going to bring a mentality to this program and this team that's going to really, really fill up the seats in the stands. You could just tell him the quick turnaround in 4 weeks. It was like we had a different team. There was no blowout games. We gave Virginia State a run for their money. We almost beat Union. We also won against Elizabeth City and Lincoln. But I honestly believe it's going to be exciting watching him take over at the head coach helm and just see what he does with this program, because he stated that 6-4 and anything else in the past will no longer be the norm. And we're going to have to do whatever we got to do to win. So as long as the guys buy into that attitude and what he's bringing to the table, then I do believe we will be successful.
You got a taste of coaching helping this season. Something you thinking about in the future?
I could definitely see myself coaching in the future down the line. After I get myself more established, get a little, start a family, get a little wealth under my belt, I could definitely see it being one of them leisure things, like once I retire, go back to my old high school and help coach there, or maybe even be a head coach one day, because if you ever coached before, then you know how fun it is and how just entertaining it is just to work with kids and develop them to be better. And if you duly include, let me rephrase that, if you think of yourself as a leader, then as I do myself, then you would think coaching would be perfect for you, because you have an opportunity to lead a group to achieve a task or achieve a goal.
What is life like growing up in Disputana, Virginia?
Disputana is nothing but woods and country roads and your occasional bears and deer. It's really country, but a lot of people from Disputana are also very strong. They're do-it-yourself people, so you make do with what you have a lot. There's no malls nearby or no, McDonald's 15 minutes away from my house. I got a Dollar General up the road, so right. You got to make do with what you have.
Not too far away from Virginia Diner, however.
Oh, Virginia Diners, if you like some peanuts, they got some really good peanuts, and they got a good little Sunday brunch, so I'm fond of Virginia Diner.
What has your experience here at Chowan taught you about life?
What it taught me about life is you have to roll with the punches. You never know what to expect. I mean, Chowan is a very close-knit environment and very small, and it just taught me how, sometimes it's good to be to yourself, because sometimes you think best when you can get a moment to yourself and reevaluate a situation. So it definitely taught me that sometimes I need to take a step back from the big picture and focus in on the small things at hand. And I can honestly say, Chowan was probably one of the best decisions I made, because the close friendships I made here, the opportunities I got, I have a good future lined up for myself. Thanks to for the Chowan.
What's the future hold for you?
The future holds for me is anything I want at this moment. I hopefully go get my master's. If not, then I have an opportunity to go back and work in Connecticut at this place I internship. So if I want to do that, or I go back home and find a management trainee job and work my way up the traditional way.
Yeah. Let's have some fun with some fun questions. Favorite game day music?
Favorite game day music? That's funny, because I do listen to one Taylor Swift song before every game. So I would have to say Taylor Swift has to be my fun one. Okay. Just one of them.
Favorite NFL team?
Philadelphia Eagles.
The Virginia or Virginia Tech?
Tech.
Favorite food?
Lasagna.
Do you cook?
No.
Okay. Favorite food in the calf?
Water. No, I'm just joking. Pizza.
Pizza, okay. If you could play any other position on the football field other than the defensive line, what would it be?
Wide out wide receiver.
Why that position?
I'm the real 84.
I got you. If you and I, if we went to a karaoke bar, what song would you likely sing?
Don't Stop Believing.
Motto you live by?
Motto I live by.
Or is that song kind of the motto you live by?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say that friendship is essential to the soul.
Right.
That'd be the motto I live by.
Best dressed teammate on the Chowan football team?
Has to go to that boy Aaron Ray.
Yeah. Okay. The best offensive lineman you faced throughout your career?
Daryl Cherubin.
Right. Which is a former Chowan player.
Former Chowan player. He
Right.
was absolutely a technician.
Wow.
So if you beat him once, it wasn't likely you was going to beat him again because by then he already knew what you was going to do, and he already had something to counter it.
Right. If you could play another sport here at Chowan other than football, what would it be?
It had to be basketball.
Right. Where would you fit in on the basketball floor with Coach Vincent?
For Coach Vincent, I would have to play the either power forward or center just because of my weight, but I would be that type of player who was like old school 90s type of basketball.
Right.
I give you a good couple fouls, maybe I give you about 8.7 rebounds, just be a role player.
Right. We've had some good uniforms here at Chowan football-wise. You've been able to wear several of those. What's your favorite Chowan uniform gear?
Got to bring back the all black jerseys.
Right. I'm with you. I like that as well. I'm with
All-blacks
you.
are a classic.
And I love the stripes on the jerseys as well.
Right.
So, all right, last question. If you could be president for a day at Chowan University, what is one thing you would change?
I would change the name of the university so we would no longer be called Chowan. We would be called Murfreesboro State University,
Yep.
MSU.
Hey, I like that. That's pretty cool. Tyler, thanks so much for your time, man. I hope you enjoyed our visit with Tyler Bembry. I'll get to that thought here in a minute, Robert. As the Hawks start with a bucket from Tijuana Green to start the second half, they're down 37-33. I went a little long because I wanted to let Tyler Bembry's interview play out. And here's Bree Stoddard, started right where she left off and drills a three out at the top of the key for North Greenville. Here's Bland. She'll kick it out to Jones. Jones trying to go to the rack, and her shot's blocked out of bounds, but Donahue, she got it back. Couldn't get it to go. Now third time. And this time she draws the foul on Karen Donahue. Good job working down the low block by Monique Jones.
Third time's a charm for Jones.
And Jones will be at the free throw line shooting a pair. And Donahue will come out of the lineup, and then to replace her is going to be Ayano Shelton.
Gaddis,
Go ahead.
what do you think about the professional dress today? I represented the South Carolina just to give North
got
Greenville
you.
a little bit of credit, but I had to wear the Chowan blue today.
Yeah, but
Show who I'm really rooting for.
yeah, after that bad press you gave us the other night by your thoughts on Francis Marion, you had to come back with a little redemption today. Jones makes both free throws, and it Hawks within 5. Now, for those of you who don't know, Robert is a South Carolina native. He's up in the North Myrtle Beach area and didn't say a whole lot of nice things about Francis Marion University.
I did give him some history, though.
He did come with the history. But that had nothing to do with why you didn't go there, right? Here's Hughes trying to penetrate. She goes by Coker. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Bagby. Bagby off to Coker. Coker behind the defense. The left-handed layup, a little strong. Recovered by O'Kee, who was hustling down. Give credit to Stoddard. She got back and forced Bland to force it up a little stronger than she would like.
Yeah, put the pressure on Bland.
Here's Luttrell with it on the left wing. Bland sticks in a hand. Back out front it comes to Shelton. Shelton now over to Luttrell with 11 to shoot. We got a jump ball inside. Chowan reached in and tied her up. Tijuana Green on the tie-up. The transfer from Winthrop. Just underway here in the third quarter. Chowan ladies looking at first win of the year and to open Conference Carolina's play with a win today. It's a face North Greenville. North Greenville picked to finish 8th. Chowan picked to finish 7th in the conference. So it's a middle of the pack game we got going on here per the preseason rankings. And here comes a shot clock violation against North Greenville. So after 16 first half turnovers, they turn it over here for the first time in the second half. Hawks with a chance to get a little closer. They trail by 5 here.
Got a tight ball game.
Here's Coker maneuvering out front. Kicks it over to Bland. She'll dial up a 3, and it's good for 21 on the afternoon. Dee Bland with the jumper from out on the right. She hails from the same hometown as Pierre Nansen as Scott Parker does. Here's Luttrell's left-handed jumper. Misses. Rebounded by Coker. Hawks can tie it here with a deuce. Take the lead with a tray.
I think we missed Monique Jones in transition there.
Jones has got it at the high post. Lost the basketball going inside. Turnover to Hughes. Hughes trying to come back the other way with it. She's cut off by Bland. Stops, pops, no good. O'Kee with the offensive board, and she scores. You know what I like about O'Kee on that play, Robert? She did not put the ball on the floor.
Yeah.
She caught it up high, kept it up high, didn't give somebody a chance to reach in and knock it away from her.
Use their height to her advantage.
Young lady from Nigeria by way of Tennessee Tech. Hawks down by 4. Coke in the lane, running one-hander, won't go. Rebounded by Jones.
Nice.
She's fouled and puts it in. 3-point play opportunity coming for Monique Jones as O'Kee picks up her first foul. Score from the Division II football playoffs in the third quarter with 13:28 left in the fourth quarter, I should say. Up in Bowie. Bowie State trails Carson Newman 14-9. Jones trying to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play and make it a 1-point game here. And she does it. 7 now for Jones, a young lady from Chester, Virginia.
A little bit of pressure from the Hawks here.
Olivia Gables in the lineup now. She's helping give that pressure in the backcourt. Klein gets the front court, a correction. Rogers with a nice move with the basketball to get out of traffic. To O'Kee at the high post. She backs in on the smaller green, turns around and kissed it off the glass and scored.
She's solid.
O'Kee with points here. Coco trying to answer back the other way. No good. Gables got the rebound and drew the foul from O'Kee. That's 3 team fouls now on North Greenville. And Amari Hinton will get into the lineup, replacing Jones for a correction, replacing Tialana Green. Coach Latoya Jones does a lot of teaching points when she blames players off the floor.
Yeah.
Very rarely does she not spend some time talking to him. And she's having that discussion with Green here as Gaither misses the free throw.
I think this is an opportune time for the Hawks to go on a run. O'Kee out of the ball game.
And Gaither makes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity for her first point of the day. Steal by Bland on the inbounds. And she bounced it out of bounds off her foot. Oh, wow. She's upset with herself, too. So the steal amounts to another turnover for Chowan.
Got to get down court.
Donahue deep corner, 3 balls, a little strong. They fight for the rebound. Monique Jones has it. She's coming on the run with Coco on the right. Monique going to take it inside, and Muhammad trying to cut her off. It's going to foul.
I'll tell you what made that was Bland getting all the way back down the court and getting a hand in the face of Stoddard.
Foul on Journey is going to be her second and the team fourth here in this third period. Here's Coco getting loose on the inbound. She'll lay it up and in. And we're tied at 44. Coco back in the lineup after sitting most of the first half due to foul trouble. Journey trying to break the tie with a 3. It won't go. We'll get a whistle underneath. Looked like we're headed back the other way. Foul's going to be a push-off coming here against Ayano Shelton. And that'll be the 15th foul, so we'll head back the other way and shoot 2 free throws.
I think the longer O'Keefe's on the bench, the more of an opportunity we have to go on a run.
Isis Barnett in the lineup. As Bland is going to take a couple free throws here, and that first one's good. Chowan has their first lead in quite some time. And Bland makes both. The freshman's got 23. Wow.
Kieber Hopkins in the game for the Hawks now. Replaces the hot hand, Demetria Bland.
Here's Averett in behind the defense, and she could make the layup, but recovered and blocked away by Barnett. And she blocked it away from Shelton. Then we got a tie up right front as Bree Stoddard and Coker tied up to get it for the walk.
Great effort. Hawks with a little bit of a momentum swing here.
How about the play from Barnett dying low?
Absolutely.
Here's Destiny Robinson in for Hinton for Chowan. Chowan, this is their first lead, Robert, since the 5.5-minute mark back in the second quarter. Here's Coker trying to go right of the lane. Passes inside to Barnett. Her shot's blocked away by Stoddard. Recovered by Barnett and another whistle. This is going against the Crusaders, I believe. David Gaskins on the far side indicates the foul to be on Haley Luttrell. And it's going to put and Barnett will go to the line for the Hawks shooting a pair here. She had 2 points in the first half. We did not see her on Wednesday night. She was unavailable for the Hawks. Free throw for Barnett is no good.
Chelsea Martin in the game for the Crusaders. She's a freshman.
She's another North Carolina product from Kernersville, which is close to Winston-Salem as well. Barnett missed both free throws and recovered by Shelton. Shelton works side the double team off to Muhammad, who will maneuver up front with pressure and from Robinson and Gaither in the backcourt. Hawks are man-to-man, and boy, we got some mismatches here as Robinson trying to get some position, push Shelton out of the way here. Robinson's third foul, and for Chowan, it's their first team foul in this second half. Here's Amari Hinton back in the lineup. A lot of substitutions in this game today.
Both sides, too.
Yeah. Really is. Muhammad looking to get in, baseline right, gets it in to Martin. She'll kick it up and in. Chelsea Martin had just come in the ball game, and she'll stick it in. And we're back tied at 46. This game feels a little bit like the game we had here on Wednesday night. Coker for the lead. Three-pointer won't go. Rebounded on the far side by Luttrell. Luttrell will work out of traffic with it, come front court where Gaither wakes on it. She'll handle it away to Muhammad. Muhammad push it away inside Luttrell. Spot up jumper from right on the right. Out of the hands of Shelton, no good. Rebounded by Martin in a fresh 20 seconds for the Crusaders from out of.
Watch Bree Stoddard down here on the wing. They should have got the ball to her. She had a wide open look.
From North Greenville University from Tigerville. 6 to shoot. Muhammad pulls it up. Ball's thrown out front. Muhammad chases it down. She'll arch it up just before the shot clock expired. It's well shy. Thought she kind of walked prior to getting. Also, Keeper Hopkins is in the lineup now for the Hawks for the first time here in the half. As one nodded at 46. Coker out on the right. Gives it away to Barrett, who almost walked with it as well. Now back to Coker. Coker loses the basketball. Muhammad's got the steal. Now it's North Greenville's chance to break the tie. Stoddard, who has a hot hand today, can't convert. And it's off the hands of Luttrell and out of bounds. That'll get us to the media timeout. How about 46 apiece with 3:54 to go here at Chowan in the third quarter. A good one in the Conference Carolina's opener between your Chowan Hawks and North Greenville. The Crusaders back for more after this short break.
Like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high. Boot up, and my heart go by.
We'll take a little break in between games today and come back and bring you the Conference Carolina opener for both North Greenville and Chowan in a men's action. All our Conference Carolina games will be very similar to CIAA games. They'll be double headers except when the women play host to Converse, which is all women's school now down in South Carolina. Journey Muhammad becomes the first player for North Greenville to reach the 3-foul category. And she fouls Mariah Koku, who steps to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 3:41 to go in this third quarter. And free throw from Mariah, who's normally pretty stout at the free throw line, and misses. That's only her second miss of the year. She was 10 of 11 prior. And now she knocks it down. So Chowan has a 47-46 lead. Like I said, kind of a dreary, rainy day here in the Barrow.
Yep.
Started around 1 o'clock here. But a lot of people not in the stands today. I think there's a lot of students on campus.
Yeah,
they're coming through today.
Usually see less cars here on campus on the weekends.
A lot of people going home Tuesday, like somebody else I know. Here's Muhammad underneath. She'll kick it out to Luttrell with 1 to shoot. Shot clock's going to expire.
Man, that's the second time that the Crusaders have done that. Let the shot clock run out. You usually don't see that from a veteran team, and especially a well-coached team like the Crusaders are.
And one thing that I saw that time, they seemed to be kind of going nowhere in their offense. I don't know if Chowan did it much defensively, but they were running kind of side to side and not towards the basket. Here's Bland with a deep corner 3, no good. Barnett's got the rebound for the Hawks. She tried to give it back to Bland, tipped away, but controlled by Monique Jones. Jones backing it in, lays it up and in over Donahue. I think Monique Jones had a chance to be really good for Chowan.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% with you there.
9 points on the day for Jones.
I think this could be a really solid Chowan women's basketball team moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's a team that's going to get better as the season goes along here. We've seen a couple of young ladies step up today that we didn't even see hit the floor.
Oh, that was a nice cut there.
Nice little give and go and a set play off the high post for Karen Donahue, who's got a first, second half bucket. And it's a 1-point lead now for the Hawks. 2:17 and counting to go in the third quarter here from Chowan. Here's Monique Jones going to the rack. This time it won't go. Barnett's got another offensive glass and scores. So Isis Barnett sticks it in. So Isis Barnett with her first field goal of the second half to match the one she had in the first half. Showing back to a 3-point advantage on 51-48. This is Luttrell with it. She'll bring Gaither out with it well beyond the arc. To Cook on the near side. Muhammad will kick it away to Stoddard. Stoddard goes by the defense and Barnett. Jones has to come over and cut off and hammers her with a third foul. Bagby set to go back in the Chowan lineup. Also Hinton coming back in. Jones and Barnett will take a breather here.
I kind of like that combo, Jones and Barnett underneath. A lot of strength, rebounding ability.
O'Kee and Demaya Montgomery in the lineup now for North Greenville. Donahue, Stoddard makes the first free throw and buries the second one as well. 13 points for Stoddard, leads the way. Her career high is 21. She's coming off a 9-point performance.
Nice move.
Hinton gets inside and knocks it in for the Hawks. Stoddard's coming off a 9-point performance in that loss to Furman in that exhibition matchup. So Hinton with her first 2 of the day. Still a 3-point lead for the Hawks. Montgomery kicks it out to Stoddard. Now back to Montgomery. Her 3 ball is good from out on the left.
Bland's got to put a hand up there.
North Greenville seemed determined to get the 3. Here's Bland to the rack, blocked from behind by Stoddard, recovered by Donahue. She'll push it away to Muhammad, and North Greenville takes the lead back.
Slow it down if you're the Hawks here, Gaddis.
48 seconds and counting to go in the third quarter. It's a 55. Well, I think they got this. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Scoreboard showing 55-53 Chowan. Here's a 3 from Bland on the far side. 26 for Dede, 58-53.
Wow.
I don't think that score is correct. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's correct. There it's 56-55. Now it's corrected. Chowan can't, North Greenville can't convert, and Chowan should hold for one here with 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coker loses the ball going inside. Mariah with the turnover. Muhammad trying to answer back the other way, and Hinton will foul it. So Hinton trying to hustle back after the loss of the basketball by Coker. So Hinton with his second foul. That's the third team foul in this third quarter.
I'm okay with her picking up that foul there.
Yeah, because here's Muhammad at the free throw line. And free throw is good, so we're knotted at 56 with 8.2 seconds to go in the third quarter here.
Should have a decent shot at the basket. Here, Chowan.
Muhammad's good on the two free throws, and here's see what Chowan can do in the final 4 seconds.
Nice.
Coker
nice.
for three in the deep corner is no good, and then that's the end of the third quarter. Chowan trails here by a single digit. We head to the final 10 minutes here from the Barrow. They trail 57-56 to North Greenville. Back for more and the start of the fourth quarter after this short timeout. This is Chowan basketball, and you're listening and watching on GoCUHawks.com.
Yeah. Todos están pendientes a ti, pero tú puesta pa' mí, haciendo que me odien más, porque todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que no te dejas llevar de cualquiera, y todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que hoy yo te voy a buscar. Dile que tú eres mía. Tú sabes que eres mía, mía. Tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Dile que tú eres mía, mía. Tú sabes que eres mía, mía. Tú misma lo decías cuando yo te lo hacía. Bebé, yo soy fan de tu caminar. Te doy todo lo mío hasta mi respirar. Contigo veo todo como en espiral. Quiero tirarnos fotos y que se hagan mirar.
All your Chowan athletic news, go to GoCUHawks.com. Have all the sports covered on GoCUHawks.com. Go to read the story that's currently on the front page of GoCUHawks.com. It's esports coming to Chowan. Read up all about it. Comes to Chowan. Should be pretty fun to see what unfolds. North Greenville gets their first shot at it in the fourth quarter, and Journey Muhammad with a three straight on to push the lead to 60-56. Now for the Crusaders as we play in the first minute of this fourth quarter. That is the 10th three ball today for North Greenville. That's the difference in this game. Bang it to the rack. She'll lay it up and in. Jakira going just left of the lane and got by Donahue and laid it up and in. Hawks within a deuce. Here's started on the little give and go to Donahue. She'll turn around and can't score over Bagby. Jakira's got the rebound. She grabbed it just before O'Kee got there. Here's Bland out on the right. Bland with
on the wing over here.
Yeah. Bland with who has 26 today. The Hawks turn it over here. So they lose it underneath their own bucket.
One of the better freshman performances you've seen, Gaddis?
Yes, Chowan them with 15 turnovers on today. Absolutely. And I don't think she's done for the day. This is Shelton who's in the lineup now. Off to Montgomery who just came back, and Montgomery can't make it. Rebounded by Hinton. She'll hand it away to Coker. Coker to Gaither. Gaither goes by, started to the rack. Layup's no good, and she got fouled on the play. It looked like Shelton might be the guilty party. Correction's going to be on Stoddard, and that's her fourth. That's an important foul. She's been really shooting it well.
How many does O'Keefe have, Gaddis? You got that? 3, right?
I have her with only 2, but we'll see in official stats. Gaither's free throw is good. We chased it down on the O'Kee with 3 personal fouls. You are correct. And Gaither can only make one of two. And she gets her own rebound over the corner. Hawks can take the lead with a shot here. 8:37 and counting to go in this one. Chowan ladies trail 60-59 here at home. Hinton works inside of O'Kee. Layup's good by the freshman. 5 points from Hinton, the young lady from Long Island, New York. Talking about being a ways from home. Good 8 hours away. Montgomery to the rack. Her tough layup is good over Hinton.
That was pretty impressive.
Montgomery, a senior from out of Hartwell, Georgia, has got 7 in the lead back to North Greenville. Chowan's had a couple of games here in the early going. They've had Ella like this. Here's Bland with a terrific move. She'll take it to the rack to score.
She continues to impress.
28 for the freshman from out of Williamston, North Carolina. Journey Muhammad works near side. Now off to Stoddard, who's playing with 4 fouls. Right front it comes to Shelton. Now back to Stoddard. That ball was tipped by Gaither. Good thing it was because Stoddard was set to fire the 3 from deep in the right corner. Inside to O'Kee with 6 to shoot. Jumping no good, and we got a foul by Hinton, who thought she stood her ground and didn't reach. And the official underneath thought differently of what he saw on the defensive move from Hinton. And Amari's just picked up her 3rd foul, the team first. Here's Hopkins and Jones for Chowan. Gaither and Hinton come out to line up.
It's been a well-matched game.
It has. So Coker, Bland, Bagby, Jones, and Hopkins make up the Chowan lineup. Okay at the line. And she ties it at 63. That was her first made free throw of the day in 4 attempts. And she makes the second, so the lead is back to North Greenville. O'Kee's in double digits now with 10. She joined Stoddard, who has 13, Chowan with only 1 player in double figures, and that's Dee Bland, who's got 28. She misses the jumper here, but Jones saves it in the corner. Whips it underneath to Bland. Bland turns around, scoops it up, and scores. Wow.
The big 3-0.
Yes. 30 for Bland. How about this performance?
Got almost half of our points.
Yes. 65-64 Chowan. Montgomery in the lane. Pull-up jumper is good. How about Montgomery off the bench contributing 9. 7 here in the second half. The senior puts North Greenville back in front with 6:49 to go.
She's really solid in the lane.
Bland whips it inside to Hopkins, trying to back in. Now to Jones. Jones on the perimeter, kicks it to Bagby. Bagby to the rack, gets fouled, and she'll have a 2-shot opportunity coming. Foul is whistled on Shelton. It's her second and the team's second. Tialana Green back for Monique Jones here.
Secure back in line, shooting 2 shots. Into the game for the Hawks, Tialana Green.
Bagby's free throw is good.
Monique Jones just came off, but I think she's trying to go right back in.
I think the wrong player came out from Chowan. I think they wanted, as Bagby misses the second free throw after making the first. I think it was intended for Bagby, to be honest. We're tied at 66 with 6.5 left in the barrel. Been a well-played game by both sides here. Shelton off to Montgomery, who's been dealing a hot here lately, but a 3-pointer is no good. Tipped over to Bland.
Oh, look up court, look up court. There it is.
Here's Bagby behind the defense, and she'll lay it up and in. And the trigger person on the assist, Demetria Bland. So Dee gets the assist. And Chowan's got a 2-point advantage now. O'Kee with a nice move inside over Green, but she can't convert. And a good block out by Green for the rebound for the Hawks. Still counting down as we inside of 6 minutes. We got a Green on a moving pick. So Tialana's got her second foul, the young lady from out of New Jersey. Here's Monique Jones back. And also coming in lineup is going to be Hughes, and we'll get a timeout. and we'll take one with them. 68 for Chowan, 66 for the Crusaders of North Greenville. A good one here on the barrel. We're back to bring you more after this short timeout on GoCUHawks.com.
Every day I wake and everything is broken. Turning off my phone just to get out of bed. Get home every evening and history's repeating. Turning off my phone 'cause it's hurting my chest. Yeah, and heaven knows I'm not helpless. Yeah, but what can I do? I can't see the use in me crying if I'm not even trying to make the change I wanna see. I can't sit and hope, I can't just sit and pray that I can find the love when all I see is pain. Falling to my knees, and though I do believe, I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. All I hear is voices.
North Greenville basketball out of the timeout. Alongside Robert Burns, I'm Gaddis Hodges here. We bring you Chowan basketball all season. Here, and here's a tie-up as Hughes tried to go inside. She's tied up by Hopkins. Possession error belongs to Chowan. Here's Gaither back for Hopkins. Just made a nice move.
A lot of things going right down the stretch for the Hawks.
2-point advantage. Here's Coker with it. Trying to work to the far side to Bland. Bland loops it down inside to Tialana Green and puts a little bit too much mustard on it. Goes out of bounds. But Chowan's 17th turnover of the afternoon. Hawks come in averaging 15.3 turnovers a game. So here's North Greenville with their chance to tie, make even take the lead with a tray. Little give and go down inside by Hughes, who got inside of Gaither and she scores. Not again at 68. Halfway done in this fourth quarter. 68 apiece here. Coker works off a pick from Jones. Pulls up the dribble. Has to get rid of it. Does so to Green in the corner. Green trying to maneuver to Bland at the high post. Bland kicks it back out to Green. She'll fire up a three and it's short. Monique Jones to the offensive glass. She can't convert in the easy one. Got it back, stuck it in and got fouled.
Never seen a better miss, Gaddis.
Turned out pretty good. Foul's going to be whistled on Haley Luttrell. And that'll get us to the timeout here. And this is going to be a 30-second time. No, it's going to be a media timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one. 70-68. Chowan with the lead with 4:42 to go in this one.
Everybody's talking, nothing real is happening, 'cause nothing is new. Now when all is tragic, and I just feel sedated, why do I feel numb? Is that all I can do? Yeah, and heaven knows I'm not helpless. Yeah, but I'm only human. I can't see the use in me crying if I'm not even trying to make the change I wanna see. I can't sit and hope, I can't just sit and pray that I can find the love when all I see is pain. Falling to my knees, and though I do believe, I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. I can't just breathe, baby, breathe. And heaven knows I'm not helpless.
Monique Jones, who scored prior to the timeout,
What can I
tied
do?
it to give Chowan the lead back at the line here with 4:42 to go, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And she can't convert. Jones in double figures now with 11. She has 9 boards to go along with her 11 points. So one rebound away from getting a double-double. Muhammad on the near side pushes away to Latrell. Latrell trying to get it to Hughes, and Coker has it covered nicely. They had the high post to O'Kee. She'll go by Green. Green blocked it going up, and the ball's recovered by Gaither. Gaither hands it away to Coker. Coker will move it and come timeline. Coker, Gaither, Jones, Bland, and Green currently make the Chowan contingent on the floor right now. Coker over to Bland. Hughes quickly jumps out on Bland in the corner to Coker. Coker step back. Thought she was going to fire the three, and the ball's knocked away. Nice play by Donahue. That's 7 turnovers in the second half now with the Hawks after 10 in the first half. Inside of 4 minutes to go at 3:49. Chowan clinging to a 2-point lead at 70-68. It's been a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's coming right down to the wire, too.
Yes, it is. Lutrell over to Muhammad, now over to Donahue, now back to Hughes out front. 5 seconds to shoot for North Greenville. And Lutrell will get it off just in time, and it's well off the mark, and it'll hit the top of the backboard, and a 30-second violation, or shot clock violation, to say, against North Greenville. Here's Stoddard back in the lineup. She'll play with 4 fouls in this final 3:26. She should certainly get your attention if you're Chowan defensively, and Bree Stoddard. Especially when she steps out beyond the 3-point line.
I might try to go right at Bree Stoddard right here. Try to see if we can pick up that 5th foul on her.
Coker maneuvering out front against this 1-2-2 zone. Coker trying to go baseline. It's cut off nicely. Off to Gaither. Gaither's 15-footer's good. Nice. Olivia Gaither's got her first field goal, and it comes at a good time. Chowan to a 4-point advantage. 2:59 and counting on our Metal Tech Murfreesboro scoreboard clocks here at the Helm Center. Hughes against Coker. This is a good matchup between these two. Two kind of veteran players, and really about the same size. Muhammad for 3, no good. Jones had it and lost it. It's off the hands of O'Kee. Says the official underneath. Stoppage of play will get Montgomery back in the lineup. She'll replace Hughes. I think Montgomery gives North Greenville a little bit of shooting in the backcourt, Robert.
Yeah, she's had a solid game today. She sunk a few.
Can the Hawks add to this lead that currently stands at 4 with 2.5 minutes to go here at Chowan? Pick up their first win of the season. Gaither right on the right, back to Coker in the corner. Mariah going baseline. Her runner's no good. Rebounded by O'Kee. Mariah just can't get one to go here in the second half.
Yeah, once again, Bland's really been the hot hand for the Hawks. She was kind of open there on the perimeter last possession.
Here's Muhammad caught in the double team. Gets it over to Donahue inside to O'Kee, who's behind Gaither, and she'll lay it up and in. Peace O'Kee has got 12 now. And she cuts the deficit for North Greenville down to 2. O'Kee's got 12 points to go along with 10 boards. 1:49 remaining in this one in the barrel. Nearly a double dribble by Bland, and she bounces it off a leg and out of bounds for the turnover. Hawks get a turnover when they do not need to have one at that point. Former Chowan women's coach, 12 years, now athletic director Pat Mashuda, sitting down to our left, watching the game with one of his former players. Here's Donahue going inside and started with the hand check. Is going to pick up the foul. Monique Jones with 4 now. With 1:35 left. That's 3 team fouls now on each. Bagby is going to replace Jones. North Greenville inbounds on their own bucket, baseline right. They get it out front to Donahue. 72-70, Chowan with 93 seconds to go here at Murfreesboro. North Greenville can tie with a deuce, take the lead with a tray. Muhammad works out between the rings. She gets it to Donahue at the high post. She fakes up Bland. Ball's knocked loose, but Donahue got it back. Jumper short. They fight for the rebound. Coming out there with it's going to be Muhammad in fresh 22nd here for North Greenville. Fans, what few are here, are starting to kind of get into this one. Here's Muhammad, guarded closely by Coker. Out to Donahue, well away from the basket. Over in the corner to Stoddard. She'll take it inside. O'Kee in the middle of the lane jumper. Short. O'Kee's got her own rebound. Another 20
Jeez.
seconds. Donahue for 3. This one's no good. Once again, they fight for the rebound. O'Kee had it, lost it, and they got a foul underneath.
3 offensive rebounds. Or 2 offensive rebounds, 3 chances for the Crusaders.
It looked like Stoddard might have got hit in the face here. Or got hit on the nose as the trainer will come out to attend her. That foul was whistled on Tialana Green. I think you got to come back with Monique Jones here. Stoddard might have a broken nose. Who knows? I tell you, they're holding it. She looked in a lot of pain, but she came off the floor here.
Yeah, that'll bring tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Absolutely. Here's O'Kee with a chance to tie it with a 2 free throw opportunity with 45.9 seconds to go. First one's on its way and it's good. Rattled home for O'Kee. O'Kee from the stripe today now is 3 for 6. 72 as O'Kee makes both. Let's hope Stoddard's going to be all right. And, you know, a lot of times, Robert, you're in there battling underneath like she was. It doesn't have to be an opponent. Sometimes your own teammate can catch you.
Yeah.
So
it's looking like there's a decent amount of blood over there.
Yeah.
So
72 apiece. We may be staring down overtime here.
If you're Chowan, Gaddis, you try to shoot pretty early in the shot clock on this one. Maybe have an attempt for another shot coming down the stretch.
That's a good observation, Robert. I don't know what you do here, but obviously with 45.9 seconds to go, North Greenville's going to get another opportunity here with the basketball. So it's at least a 2-possession game.
I mean, on one hand, you want to be safe, kind of make sure you get the basket. But then again, I think you kind of got to do it early in the shot clock so you have another attempt left.
Lisa Bland, who is the Associate Athletic Director for training staff here, is trying to see if he can lend a hand with, see if she could lend a hand with the training staff here from North Greenville. A couple of scores to pass along to you. Mount Olive being here on Tuesday night, leads Southern Wesleyan this afternoon 77-47 with 2:06 left down at Carnegie Arena. And Barton leads Erskine 78-45, 49 seconds to go. Here we have 45.9 seconds to go and we're tied at 72. So the only really close game in conference play this afternoon of the 3 games that were conference opponents playing each other. A Gaither to inbounds on the far side. Here's Bland. He's been kind of quiet here lately with the ball. She'll push it away to Coker. Boy, Mariah hadn't had a basket in a while. Now will be a good time to break that streak. 18 to shoot, 33 seconds to play. Here's Coker off to Bland. Bland in the corner to Gaither. Gaither trying to penetrate back to Bland. Bland does penetrate, dumps it off to Bagby, and she ducks it in.
Great
Kira Bagby has got 7 today, and Chowan's got a 74-72 lead with 22 seconds to go. How about the patience for Chowan on that opportunity, Robert? You were talking about, do you take the shot early? Looked like they were looking to take a shot later, or if they'd have got some early, I'm sure they would have taken it. But they got a great opportunity. Give Bland credit. She got great penetration.
Yeah, Bland got the pass off to Bagby, and Bagby, 7 points today. Those were the 2 most important by far.
And all 7 have come here in the second half. So 22 seconds to go. Kevin Long, who's the new head coach here at North Greenville, kind of have to draw out a play that he'll hope work from his squad. Remember, Shelton Stoddard is out of the lineup. She's been really effective beyond the arc today. Since she got hit in the nose, and she's still sitting on the bench here.
I don't think the staff's going to let her go back out.
No.
I'm sure she wants to.
She got hit in the face, and you know, sometimes, Robert, that can lead to a concussion as well.
Yeah.
We'll tell you that Bowie State is out of the Division II football playoffs. Carson Newman knocks off Bowie. The number 6 seed beats the number 3 17-9 this afternoon.
Tough draw for Bowie State there.
Yeah, even though we're home up in Maryland. Carson Newman's always been a solid program. And they knock off Bowie State today. So here's North Greenville inbounds right in front of their own bench. 19 seconds to go. Muhammad at the high post to Donahue. She'll back in on Gaither. Gaither with good defense. Donahue can't score. O'Keefe's got the rebound. Blocked away by Bland. Recovered by Tialana Green with 9.4 seconds to go. How about Bland climbing the ladder with a block on O'Keefe?
And who else would you expect to get that block other than Bland?
This is a non-shooting foul, however.
You would think that they're just going to foul right away after the pressure. There's a timeout called by Coach LaToya Jones.
9.4 seconds to go. Other games going on this afternoon in league play. Converse hosting USC Aiken. Catawba playing host to Conference Carolina's member Lees McRae. And Limestone playing host to Landerite at the Pete Belch Conference this afternoon. Only 3 scores to report, as we mentioned a few minutes ago. Minot well on their way to a win today. They lead by 30 with 2:06 left. Barton, likewise, 78-45 with 49 seconds left.
It blows my mind how on the inbound when you call a timeout, you get to move that much up.
Yeah, this is what they took from, rule that's been in the NBA for years. Chowan will inbounds at half court.
Oh, that's a hold.
And here's Coco getting it on the inbounds, and she's going to get fouled and go to the line with 7.9 seconds to go. That's the 5th team foul, so Coco's going to get 2 free throws here.
Two important ones here.
Chowan has Bland, Green, Coker, Gaither, and Bagby currently on the floor.
That's the lineup I want out there if I'm Coach LaToya Jones.
That foul was on Latrell. Coker to the line. Mariah's free throw is good.
Nice.
3-point advantage with 7.9 seconds to go for the Hawks. Coker with 9. We'd love to have her in double digits with 10. And she's got him.
Nice.
76-72, 7.9 seconds to go. North Greenville trailing here at Chowan. I was talking about Pat Mashuda a few moments ago, and Coach Mashuda was the head basketball coach here, and then left and went to Kent State for a year before coming back to be athletic director. Mariah Coco is the last person in the program that Coach Mashuda recruited and brought here to Chowan.
Really? I say he picked a pretty good one.
Yes, he did. Another one of his former players, and of course she played 1 year for Coach LaToya Jones, is Courtney Williams, who was a guard here from out of Chesapeake. She's gone into the officiating business. I saw her on Tuesday night working a high school game that I was working. Not only did she work the varsity girls, she worked the varsity boys as well. She was outstanding. I can tell you this. She was the best official on the floor, hands down. All right, North Greenville inbounds from their own basket. They got to go quickly. All right, it comes to Muhammad. Muhammad against Coker.
Too much time.
Muhammad a long 3 and it banked it in, but 2.2 seconds to go. 76-75. Inbounds it comes to Coker. And North Greenville's going to foul Coker with 1.5 seconds to go.
What a shot.
Yeah. Wow. Now, if I'm LaToya Jones, I'm just announcing I'm not coaching here. I put nobody on that free throw line.
Yeah.
Nobody. Do not risk a foul here.
Yeah, no.
76-75, 1.5 seconds to go. Coker back at the line. Mariah's free throw is no good.
Uh-oh.
I think you're better missing here.
Yeah,
But let's see. You may need it.
They have a shot.
Yep. And Coker misses both. Got a tie up underneath. Possession there belongs to North Greenville.
Oh, boy. They don't have much time to get one off.
Nope. 0.8 of a second left.
Be careful not to foul
North
here.
Greenville's got to go the length of the floor.
Let her shoot it. Let her shoot it.
Yep. Muhammad got it off, but it comes up short. Chowan will win their Conference Carolina's openers here 76-75 in a terrific, well-played game, especially Demetra Bland with 30 points here this afternoon. We'll take a break, come back and give you the final numbers for this one, get you ready for the men's action as the Chowan ladies are victorious for the first time this season as they win here this afternoon 76-75.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming. my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds with your play. You just can't help it. Oh, no, you'll play along. Let her lead you on. You'll be saying no, then saying yes, 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, my mind. Have a car, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away. Yeah, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. See, someone said, don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotion. When she's mean, you know you love it. 'Cause she tastes so sweet. Don't sugarcoat it, no. You'll play along. Let her lead you on. You'll be saying no. Then saying yes, 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho.
What a game here in our first one. Chowan ladies are now 1-0 in Conference Carolinas. A win here this afternoon, 76-75. Let's give you the final numbers. We talked about North Greenville having so many good things beyond the three-point line, but as they go 11 of 28, but here's where Chowan won the game. They were 14 of 24 from the free throw line, while North Greenville was 10 of 17. Chowan finishes shooting from the field today, 41.2%, while North Greenville was 41.5 on the glass. North Greenville out-rebounded Chowan 43-42. Turnover department, the Crusaders had 22, Chowan 19. Real quickly, scoring here this afternoon, Demetra Bland with a career-high 30, 11 for Monique Jones, 10 for Mariah Coker, the best the two free throws she had late in that ball game, and 3 players in double figures for North Greenville. 14 for O'Kee, 13 for Bree Stoddard, and 11 for Shelton. A correction for Journey Muhammad. That'll wrap it up. We'll take a little break here for the next 20 minutes. Come back and bring you men's basketball. Chowan ladies win the opener, 76-75.